Welcome to the third and final stage of the Fit Show Sales Professional of the Year competition. We've searched the country from top to bottom, and the final and third stage happens in this house. Salespeople are going to come in and do the presentation as they would normally, except we'll be watching. What we're assessing is how he performs in the 5 basic steps. The first step is to do a fact find and find out what you want. The next step is to design and give you the choices so that you can pick exactly what you want. Then, of course, show you the product and match the product to what was uncovered in the fact find, what problems you're looking to solve. And then, obviously, reveal the price, but in negotiating, because most customers want a bargain. And then, of course, do a deal or not do a deal. So, looking at the steps then, first step is fact find, finding out what you want, why you want it, when you want it, how long you plan to stay here, because that has implications for the longevity of the product and so on. Those are the 4 keys to upgrading the product.
So firstly, all we need to do is just go round, have a rough measure of what we've got, and then have a chat about what you want and go from there.
Nice young man, very friendly, approachable.
That unit changing it to obscure
to me,
or panel.
If I just have a quick, is everything's working on the door? Okay?
Seems to be, yeah. This extension's about 5 years old, by the way.
Yeah. Have you have a key? Just to, it seems like everything. It's all locking perfectly and stuff.
Well,
so to me, there's no need to change the door.
He did talk a little too quickly for me, trying to get all the information across as quickly as possible. Yeah. And I think that he could have perhaps slowed down a bit to let us ask questions.
There's a saying that selling isn't telling. It's asking and listening to the customers. So, but with the nerves, perhaps he was just in automatic mode.
So obviously, with that big window, again, the U values on that aren't as good.
I see.
The U values now on an A-rated product are at 1.1.
Right.
And that brings, obviously, the amount of energy, because obviously that's a massive pane of glass.
Yeah, that's why it's cold in here.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
Your needs were, it's very cold and drafty, especially in here in the winter, and you have to put a cardigan on, and you get condensation on the windowsills, which you have to mop up.
I could have gone to town on why I wanted it, because I get so cold, and that didn't come up at all.
Obviously, what you've got in here now, if you put your hand on there, it's all single glazed. It's probably 3mm glass, because again, these probably would have been sliding sash originally.
All right.
Again, looking at the features that you've got, but again, we can look at options for that.
Right.
Again, this would be 3 windows, obviously.
He didn't ask whether or not it was for aesthetic reasons we were changing them, or because of the cold, energy saving, anything. No.
We can mimic this exactly.
Right.
Basically, what we do, we can take a photo of exactly what you've got there. We've got colour swatches that can match that virtually exactly as it is in a double glazed unit. Again, keeping your U values to a very good standard.
So did you feel as if he wasn't really interested in what you wanted? He was more interested in just selling what he wanted?
I think, I wouldn't put it that way. I think he was interested in what we wanted, change the windows, but he didn't ask why.
Yes, yeah.
That was it. So I think he could have fed off that, which didn't.
And so if you had to score him out of 10 on his fact-finding skills and covering your needs, what would you score him?
Why don't you answer that?
I think fact-finding, oh gosh, I think I don't think it'd be any more than 6 on that, really.
What I tend to do at this process is just listen to the sort of thing that you're looking for. Yeah. Are you open to suggestions, or have you got specific ideas at this stage?
So it's fact find.
He found out why I was changing.
Yeah.
He didn't.
You got the cold, you got the condensation.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Quite me.
And I guess sitting there with that large expanse of glass must be quite cold, I imagine, isn't it, in the winter, on your neck and feet, and yeah, well, we can overcome that.
He was asking about your budget. Is that in line with your budget? And so on, and he was getting feedback from you on your budget.
Yeah.
Have you, I mean, presumably you've got some budget in mind for the project?
We've got, well, not so much. We've not capped a budget.
No,
we just want the right thing.
Yes, value for money.
Yeah, we want the right thing for the house and for us.
You'll probably find that we'll be the highest in terms of cost, but I genuinely feel we offer value for money. We can offer references from customers that have been dealing with us since 1996, because it is a large investment.
When you wanted it done, you established
he
that?
was on, yes, because I can understand that it's a specialised product, and that's why I couldn't have it done as quickly as we would have perhaps liked.
I mean, do you have a time scale? Are you think you're doing this year, next year, or?
Before Christmas, I think.
Right.
Perhaps beginning, middle of November.
Yes. Right. Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a challenge for us.
Oh well, of course.
Yes.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, perhaps.
That's your preference. You'd like them done before Christmas.
But, if the project's good, we'll let's wait for it a bit longer.
Great.
Yeah. And you knew you were staying here long term.
Yeah.
So then he could recommend the appropriate product.
Yeah.
Towards the end,
I mentioned about finance.
You mentioned the finance, didn't you? Do you do finance?
Is, do you have finance or anything like that, or do you recommend we sort our own finance out?
Well, I mean, presumably when you were thinking about the project, had you given any consideration to how you might like to fund it, or were you going to?
Well, with some cash, but we may obviously because of the size of the project.
So a scale of 1 to 10?
It's a 7.5 for me.
Yeah.
So we're saying 7, 7.5, 8. Would you 7.5?
7.5.
Gary?
Yeah.
7.5, 8, 8.5. Any advance?
7.5.
7.5. Okay
7.5.
then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you very much. So, what did you think of Adrian? Finding out what you want, why you want it, when you want it. How long you plan to stay here?
Have you got any ideas? What do you require?
Well, my wife likes the timber aspect.
Right.
But being as I paint them every year,
so there's a lot of maintenance involved.
I'm looking at the I'd look at the PVC.
Is this a conservation area?
It's not, no.
It's not, is it? So it doesn't to comply to the designs or anything to the windows?
No, we don't need to.
You haven't done a cavity wall insulation at all?
We've not, no.
All right, okay.
Did you feel as if you got it all off your chest, what you wanted and why?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, about being cold, really, and I get cold. I really do get cold.
Yeah, the single glaze now, and I think it's time to get them changed.
Oh yeah, definite. You know, heat loss out of actually the single glaze windows are. You know, you can save up to 25% on your heating bills. Right. So if you put an aerated window in, which you'll have a Pilkington Opti-White float external. You'll have a Swiss V spacer bar with argon gas internal inside the unit, and you'll have a Opti-White K glass internal. So you'll bring it up to an aerated window then. Right. No other questions you want to ask me about the windows?
I
mean, it's pretty quiet around here, but
yeah, get the odd dogs barking and stuff.
Barking.
Cut that out. Yeah.
I mean,
well, not cut it out completely,
totally, but they are pretty good for soundproofing.
Well, the soundproofing will be quite a bit different to what you've got now.
Yeah.
You can make it better by putting the acoustic side of it. What I tell people, you put a thicker glass on externally.
Yeah.
You can put like a 6.4, you can put an 8.4 laminated externally. That will cut the noise down.
Came out over the whole process, didn't it? It wasn't anything that came out up front, it was just spread out.
It was a blocked thing.
You could put a composite door here, which you could put a secure by design door. You could put a PVC door here, which will be secure by design as well. Secure by design means it's been tested to pass 334. So for enhanced security.
Right. Without him being pushy, he sort of took over.
Yeah.
Which I like. He didn't think about how much money can I get out of these people. He thought about what's best for this house.
Yeah.
So, which came across.
Yeah, so you trusted him. Out of 10?
Overall.
9.
9?
Yes, 9.
9.
It was like 8.5, 9. But 9. Go with 9.
I would agree with that.